I am going to be chatting to Brenda from Rural Enterprise Skillnet, and she is here to tell us all about the network, what they do, how they can support you, and what they have on offer. Brenda, you're very welcome to the christening.
Yay! Thanks, Barbara, and well done to all the Well Expo crew. I think this is a fantastic initiative, and it will be very welcomed among many communities. And so well done. Looking forward to it.
So, Firehead, tell us, what is Rural Enterprise Skillnet, what it's about, and what it does out there for the SME and even the solopreneur like myself. And I will actually dip into how I benefited from you as well.
Great, yeah. So Rural Enterprise Skillnet, Barbara, is based in Ballyshannon, and it so happens to be my hometown. So it was great for me to be able to come back 5 years ago now, and be able to work out of my own hometown again. So basically, our remit is really around supporting the business community, and primarily we do that by offering grant support towards upskilling and training. So we're all about workplace development, employee engagement, and basically, helping businesses to scale and grow through training and development. So over the last 4 years, we have scaled the network into supporting 4 or 5 sectors now at this stage. So primarily our work is focused around management development, the forestry sector, construction sector, business in general, and we've had great successes, and I'm delighted that we have so many businesses on board. And like you said, everything from the sole trader right up to the small to medium sized businesses, and the support structures that we have in place, like you said, are definitely very relevant in today's society. So we're all going through changes, and we're adjusting, and we're getting there, and we've a bit to go. It's evolving all the time, but yeah, I think that it's a lot more positive, and we have to look at it in a more positive light.
And that's it, because actually most of the trainings would have been, we were talking before we came live, we were talking about, all of a sudden we're all online and we're doing face, and probably all of the trainings that Rural Enterprise Skillnet were delivering were face-to-face in a classroom. So, yourselves and the trainers, this is all now, it's just landed in your lap. So you've probably seen a big change that way.
Yeah, and like I said to you, there's been a few bloopers. So I think in a couple of months' time, when we settle down and we put those bloopers together, we're going to have a great laugh. Look, it's definitely, for me, a lot of our courses were on the more kind of technical side as well. So we had to have some in class, primarily was in class. So we are doing what we can. We have transferred what we can online, and at a later date, we would bring the participants in and we would complete the course and complete certification.
Which is great, because they can still access the training, even though eventually they'll actually be able to get back into the classroom then to complete it.
Exactly. And look, I suppose the other side of it is, we all have been thrown into that more virtual side of things, and it's made us all kind of think, is this a new way of working? I suppose for myself, my own opinion would be, yes, it's something we need to embrace, but there's still a lot to be said for that in-class interaction, being able to sit face-to-face with somebody and have a more kind of open way of asking questions in a room, and that learning environment. So yes, we're going to have to adjust, and we had adjusted. A lot of our own networks were very much on the virtual side already, between online, blended learning. So we're going to embrace it, definitely, but I don't see it taken
step by step.
Yeah,
baby steps at the moment, I suppose. And as you mentioned, network. How broad is the network? How many networks of Rural Enterprise Skillnet? Because you come under an umbrella group.
So we come under the umbrella of Skillnet Ireland. So there are approximately up to 70 networks nationwide.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So some are very sector specific, and others, like myself, are cross sector. Some of them are regional. Some, like myself, are more national based on the type of delivery and the type of training. So like I said, we deal a lot in the forestry sector. So we have members all across the country in that particular sector. So, you know, either going on to the Skillnet Ireland website will give you a lot of information about a more sector-specific network that you might require, or will give you a regional, what is in your area, or, you know, just contacting any of us, and we work and collaborate very well together across all the networks.
And that's what I was curious about. So if you're living, say, in one area, you can actually avail possibly of training depending on the sector of a Skillnet in
exactly
the region.
So I would have companies based here in Donegal, would say, for example, that may need more specific training than what I would offer, or that my expertise would allow me to get there. So I would just contact another network that would be more specialized in that type of training, and refer them and make that connection for them. And look, that's what we're here for. We're here to support. We're here to make sure that the businesses get the right information. You know, and like I know myself personally, I love to share that any relevant information that's going to help a business, because I was in business for many years myself. I know what it's like. And look, this network is a business to me, you know. I mean, it's not just a job I come in and out to, you know, and I suppose maybe I take it, maybe I'm too fond of the job, but you know, I like to make sure that businesses are getting the right information and the right advice. And
but actually, in saying that, because you just mentioned there, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to go into it, but you were in business yourself. So you are an example of somebody who kind of refocused their skills at a certain point and went back through a training, and now you are doing what you're doing. So do you want to dip in a bit into that?
I don't mind. Like I said, I primarily been self-employed for the majority of my life. I come from an entrepreneurial background. My family, my parents, my brothers, sisters, we've all had businesses of some kind through our life, and some still do. So, and I suppose a few years ago, I took a step back to when my kids were that bit younger, and then decided to come back out into the workplace, and the recession hit, so Brenda had to put on her thinking hat and see where I'm going. So anyway, between the jigs and the reels, I was always a big believer in personal development, and I always believed that whether I was in business or on a personal level, that my own development would determine where I went and where I ended up. So I fought my way to a place on a master's degree in business and management, and you know, completed that in late 2015, I think it was, and then secured this position in 2016. So it's been a road.
You know what it's like, you know, to go back, start again. And there's going to be a lot of people now kind of starting again. And particularly, as I said today, we're kind of focusing on the business side and what they can bring back into their business after this gap. So you actually have a range of courses now at the moment, and you know, to help people along, and they are free courses. Do you want to tell us about those, what they are? And
sure. So we, like I said, offer a wide range of courses, and on our website, rural-enterprise-skillnet.ie, you know, you can pop on there and have a look at them. But as with everybody, we're kind of looking now to see where businesses are. We're hearing people talk about closing their doors, people are in there. So we've a lot of different kind of situations going on there. But regardless of all of that, I would be a firm believer that now more than any time is very relevant to any business, be they a sole trader or be they an employer of whatever number of people. Now is the time to kind of really take a step back from your business and say, what can I do now that is productive, that's going to enhance my business? And upskilling and reskilling is really paramount now to a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
And even as a sole trader, you need to be looking at that. What can I do to improve my own business sense, my business itself? What can I look at to make an improvement? Because the recovery is coming, you know. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
been a couple of weeks. There's no doubt about it. And on a personal and a business level, we've all been affected in some way. But I like to think that things are a lot different than they were years ago when we had the recession. This isn't a recession. We're on lock-in.
Yeah.
We're trying to stay safe and make sure our communities are safe. We're seeing fantastic work being done across all communities. So we want to keep that momentum going, but we also want to be prepared for when our doors open again, because they will open again.
Absolutely. You know, I couldn't agree with you more. And I know, obviously, and even for myself, I mean, I'm only human. The first week or so was kind of the enormity of what had hit us. And then when the Taoiseach came out and then kind of made the announcement of, we're not calling it a lock-in, I know, but, you know, of being kind of staying at home, I actually got very emotional.
Yeah.
You know, because, and it does hit. But then, as you say, you know, no more than yourself, back when you had been self-employed, you kind of say, right, okay, you focus on the now, because like me, you're also a coach, and you kind of you use those tools kind of to, okay, what can I do now, today, to get me to tomorrow, something to focus on and move forward. And out of your courses that you have, there was one actually that caught my eye. I just have them up here beside me. Well, actually two. One is crisis management and the other one is problem solving.
Yeah. So what we decided to do was we kind of looked to see, well, in a business community and in my own mind, and having talked, look, we're very enterprise led. Everything that we do is based on businesses telling us this is what we need. So we kind of went back to the table and said, okay, what now would be relevant in today's environment? So we put together a suite of short courses, 7 in all at the moment. And so those two that you mentioned, again, it was about what was going to be relevant today. So crisis management, problem solving, fostering innovation, managing change. So they're all topics that no matter what kind of business you are, that you need to be looking at. So we fully funded those 7 short courses, so which means there's no cost.
Which is great, which is brilliant, and that's precisely. And I mean, if you think of a small team, you know, it could be your corner shop with the owner and 2 or 3 staff.
That's
and
right.
He's just kind of, you know, lost or whatever, and he's in that kind of small retail skill net or something like that. He can avail maybe of supports through other areas of the skill net, even within that, because I know actually, and I'm just thinking as I said that, there is a retail skill net as well.
Based out of Letterkenny, there is a course, and that's what I'm saying. There's such a wide range of us that can offer for support and help and address different issues. And I suppose one thing that really came to the forefront for me 2 weeks ago, when I again was trying to come to terms with our changing environments and what we should do, I was kind of very conscious of seeing a lot of posts from businesses, especially small sole traders, well, you know, small businesses. And I was a little bit concerned about, you know, the fear that was there, oh my God, my doors are closed, will they ever open again? And I kind of thought, we need to address this, because what I would say to people is, be productive now. Your doors will open, but if you put up comments like that, your customers may start to believe that you're not going to open, and they're going to go look for somebody else.
That's right.
So
I completely agree.
Yeah. So no matter what you are, be you, we'll just say a hairdresser. So if my hairdresser starts putting up a post saying,
very topical at the moment.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, oh God, maybe I need to get another hairdresser. Should be not open. So why, you know, you're kind of doing yourself an injustice. And I know people may say, well, it's easy saying that, but we all have to look to the positives. We can open social media any time of day and get all the negatives we want, but we need to look forward. We need to put a plan in place that, you know, what can I do now to improve my business? And small things, you know, like I always say, always go back to the basics. You went and you set up a business, you took charge, you took that step, you had that fire in your belly to do it in the first place. Don't lose that fire, you know, put it now into good work. Look around, take a step back. If you're a restaurant, you know, use your customers as a forum. What can I do better? What can I improve on? Can I put up a new menu? Can I have new opening hours? You know, and bring in your customers to your decision making.
Yeah, and funny, I was saying that to someone yesterday. Those clients and customers that you had, they are your first source of contact.
Yeah, exactly. And we have to not forget that they're still there. they're still watching. And like I said, on a more personal level, I've been totally overwhelmed with the support that's coming from communities for businesses. In Donegal alone, look what's happening, between all the chefs coming to that together, delivering food, the community supporting that, vouchers being given out to the frontline people, so that when this hour comes, that they can have some time to themselves. It's just been fantastic,
And and it is that support, and that support for each other. And that support, as you said yourself, to think positively on what you can do to get yourself back up. Absolutely. And get going again, and not lose sight of actually who you have around you. And for businesses, it is their clients and their customers. So avail of these tools and these courses now that you are providing.
Yeah. And so the other one was, sorry when we're talking about that. So the Facebook ads and the Canva training that we have coming up. So again, that was when I was kind of seeing those kind of posts, I thought, okay, what can we do here to get businesses kind of back looking at their business? So we've put the Facebook ads and the Canva training, we've packaged them, that if you sign up for both, again, they're heavily subsidized at only a cost of €50 to the business.
That's brilliant, because I have done training with you, and that's what I was saying at the very beginning that I wanted to dip in. I think I did my first training when I was kind of starting out. It must be 5 years ago, Brenda, or something like that. And I started off with kind of the smaller, getting used to different things in admin or whatever like that. And eventually then, it was only that yourselves made the coaching accessible from the Northwest, that I didn't have to keep traveling to Dublin to do everything, or Galway. That I was actually able to get that coaching qualification through yourselves, which is recognised. And that's the thing with Rural Enterprise Skillnet. The QQI, they're not just any course, you get your QQI, you actually get your accreditation at the end of it.
Exactly. So we offer both not certified and non-certified courses, because again, maybe possibly for the bigger businesses with a larger amount of employees, maybe certification isn't so important, and of course certification has a bearing on cost. So we're trying to be cost effective and to offer a wider range of programs, and certainly like that suite of courses that are now available for businesses, they are very specific to our current climate, but they're also very, very much tailored to the future, you know? So how you manage a team, how you create a positive working environment. And, we're also looking at other issues that are relevant today around HR, GDPR, employment law. And so we hope to have some more of those shorter courses up and running over the next few weeks.
We may end up having to do a chat, I'd say, at some future point on GDPR, because everybody is online now, and that opens up a whole new raft of issues. But as we are coming to a close, and even though I know you and I've attended the courses, I've learned so much more now on this just from chatting to you here. But if you were to give anybody 2 things now to take away from today, 2 tips at the end of this for business, for the solopreneur like myself, or the SME, would you have 2 at the top of your head?
I think the biggest message I would like to get across is this: your doors may be closed, but your business is open. And please don't forget that. You have customers, you have potential customers, you have old customers, you have new customers. They're there. So put a plan in place, look to the future. It is coming. The recovery is here. There's been fantastic support put out. Has it all been hit the target? No, but it's there. And I mean, you have the vouchers from the local enterprise office. You have the trainings available from ourselves and other networks, and you have the enterprise boards. There's so much out there for business. Take advantage of the opportunities that's there, upskilling and reskilling your staff and yourself. And that's the one thing, if I have a chance to point out, as a business owner, sometimes we forget that we too need development. We every day is a learning day. So
Yeah.
take advantage of what's there. But the one thing is, please remember, your business is still open.
Brenda, thank you so much for christening my series with such a fascinating insight into Rural Enterprise Skillnet. I'm sure there will be questions coming in on the Facebook page. This will be uploaded onto our YouTube channel over the coming days, so people will be able to catch up on it. And your contact details and the website and all, your Twitter, your social media, that will all be put up. So it's quite possible that they will contact you if they don't look for their own, and that you can redirect them to their local office if that's okay.
Exactly. And ladies,
right.
best wishes to you. It's a fantastic initiative. And Barbara and all the Expo team, best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Brenda. Cheerio.